Hello, everyone. Introducing a fresh contender in the competitive realm of looter shooters, the First Descendant promises a diverse array of playable characters akin to fan favorites Warframe and Destiny 2. Each character in the First Descendant boasts unique abilities and playstyles, catering to a broad spectrum of player preferences. From agile scouts adept at reconnaissance to heavy-hitting tanks that dominate the front lines, the roster spans a compelling range of roles and specialties. Players can expect a dynamic gameplay experience as they strategize with their chosen character's distinct strengths and weaknesses, ensuring no two encounters feel the same. Much like its established counterparts, the First Descendant encourages players to explore and master multiple characters, each offering a depth of customization and progression. Whether you prefer unleashing devastating elemental attacks, providing crucial support to teammates, or wielding advanced technology against foes, the game promises a character to match every tactical approach. As the game evolves, so too will its roster, introducing new characters and refining existing ones to keep gameplay fresh and engaging. With this tier list as a guide, players can navigate the diverse landscape of the First Descendant's characters, forging their path to becoming the ultimate descendant in this thrilling new universe. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking characters in the First Descendant. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching. My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Viessa and Sharen. In the First Descendant, Viessa stands out as a support character renowned for her crowd control prowess rather than sheer damage output. Specializing in icy debuffs, Viessa excels at slowing and freezing enemies with her skill set, particularly leveraging her Ice Shackle effect. Her passive ability allows her to capitalize on frozen targets by sending out ice spheres to further disrupt foes. Despite her proficiency in area of effect control and utility, Viessa falls short in direct damage compared to other characters in her tier. This limitation makes her less effective in scenarios demanding high and immediate damage output, such as boss encounters where raw firepower is crucial. Viessa's role in combat hinges on her ability to manipulate battlefield dynamics through freezing and slowing adversaries, making her a valuable asset in managing crowds and controlling the flow of engagements. Her strategic value lies in her capability to apply persistent damage over time and hinder enemy movements effectively. However, her reliance on crowd control over outright offensive capabilities may restrict her effectiveness in situations demanding rapid enemy elimination or concentrated burst damage. Players leveraging Viessa will find her most effective in team compositions that prioritize crowd management and prolonged engagements rather than swift, decisive combat scenarios. In the First Descendant, Sharen emerges as a character with promising potential but struggles to assert her effectiveness compared to her peers. Positioned as an assassin archetype, Sharen boasts a skill set centered on high burst damage and stealth tactics. Her ability to go invisible and unleash devastating knife barrages through her ultimate, coupled with electrocuting foes with impact rounds, initially positions her as a formidable threat. However, her passive ability, which requires her to engage enemies not targeting her, proves challenging to leverage effectively in solo play. This limitation significantly hampers her damage output and overall utility, making her less appealing when compared to other damage-oriented characters who offer more consistent performance and versatility in various scenarios. Despite her flashy knife-throwing ultimate and crowd control capabilities with impact rounds, Sharen struggles to find a niche that sets her apart in competitive gameplay. Her kit, while thematic and potentially devastating in coordinated team play, lacks the scalability and reliability needed to excel independently. Players often find themselves grappling with the inherent difficulty of activating her passive consistently, which undermines her ability to maximize damage output over sustained engagements. Consequently, in a roster populated with stronger contenders, Sharen remains overshadowed, highlighting the need for adjustments or enhancements to better align her gameplay mechanics with the demands of solo and team-based dynamics in the First Descendant. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Blair, Ajax, and Enzo. Certainly. In the First Descendant, Blair is a character defined by his mastery of fire magic, specializing in incinerating enemies and strategically placing stoves to amplify his critical damage potential. His gameplay revolves around progressively increasing his critical chance as more stoves are deployed on the battlefield, making him a formidable force in sustained combats. However, Blair's effectiveness is somewhat hindered by his lack of crowd control abilities, which limits his utility in situations requiring crowd manipulation or enemy immobilization. Despite his focus on damage-dealing spells, Blair's overall damage output falls short compared to other characters with similar offensive capabilities, placing him squarely in the middle tier of effectiveness within the game's roster. The design of Blair underscores his role as a reliable damage dealer, but also highlights the importance of team composition and strategy when utilizing him effectively. Players must capitalize on his strengths by strategically placing stoves and maximizing his critical damage potential through sustained engagements. While he may not boast the highest damage output among his peers, Blair remains a balanced choice for players who prefer a straightforward yet potent offensive playstyle in the First Descendant's diverse array of characters. In the First Descendant, Ajax stands out as an accessible tank character available early in the game. Known for his defensive prowess, Ajax can deploy force fields that block enemy projectiles while allowing allies to fire through them. His ultimate ability resembles Destiny 2's Titan Bubble, providing substantial protection to teammates within its radius. However, Ajax's effectiveness is tempered by his melee-focused skills, which limit his damage output and expose him to greater risk in close combat scenarios. To compensate, Ajax can enhance his abilities by gathering void energy through skillful play, bolstering his resilience as a tank despite his initial challenges in dealing significant damage. While Ajax excels in protecting teammates and maintaining battlefield control, his role as a damage dealer is comparatively modest within the First Descendant's roster. Players navigating the early stages may find Ajax essential for his defensive capabilities, but might also face longer engagements due to his lower damage potential. As a tank character, Ajax thrives in team-oriented strategies, where his defensive barriers and supportive ultimates can turn the tide of battle, making him a valuable asset despite his limitations in offensive firepower. In the First Descendant, Enzo emerges as a distinctive support character with a multifaceted utility that significantly enhances team dynamics. His standout feature lies in his unparalleled ammo management capabilities rather than traditional combat strengths. Enzo's passive ability, Shoot Support, expands the ammunition limits of nearby allies, ensuring sustained firepower during intense engagements. Furthermore, his tactical prowess is showcased through Start Supply, a deployable resupply station that enables each teammate to replenish their ammo reserves once. This strategic resource allocation not only bolsters the team's longevity in battle, but also underscores Enzo's pivotal role as a facilitator of sustained offensive capabilities. Despite his primary focus on support, Enzo possesses supplementary offensive capabilities to contribute meaningfully to combat scenarios. His deployable explosive drone serves as a versatile tool for disrupting enemy formations or securing strategic points, showcasing his adaptability beyond conventional support roles. Additionally, Enzo's small supply ship Ultimate embodies both offensive and defensive utility, unleashing supportive payloads while simultaneously exerting pressure on adversaries. Nevertheless, Enzo's effectiveness hinges significantly on team composition and coordination, emphasizing the collaborative nature of success within the First Descendant's dynamic gameplay environment. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Enzo, Gley, Valby, Lepic, and Freyna. In the First Descendant, Enzo emerges as a compelling addition to the roster of characters, debuting with a formidable skill set centered around explosive tactics. As a DPS specialist, Enzo excels in delivering devastating burst damage through strategically placed bombs that can be remotely detonated on both enemies and the terrain. His versatility extends further with a tactical landmine ability, crucial for safeguarding the team's rear by automatically detonating upon detecting nearby enemies. Despite not boasting the highest durability among his peers, Enzo compensates with the ability to orchestrate high-risk, high-reward moments, making him a pivotal figure in encounters where precision and timing are paramount. Enzo's ultimate ability synergizes seamlessly with his innate strengths, allowing him to charge headlong into foes, unleashing massive damage while stripping away their buffs. Following this onslaught, he can strategically deploy yet another bomb once his shields deplete, further enhancing his role as a master of controlled chaos on the battlefield. Whether setting up ambushes or turning the tide with explosive finesse, Enzo proves to be not only a thrilling character to play, but also a strategic linchpin in achieving victory in the First Descendant's dynamic confrontations. In the First Descendant, Gley stands out as a compelling character driven by risk-reward gameplay mechanics. As a damage-focused protagonist, Gley's combat style revolves around sacrificing her own health to unleash devastating attacks. Her unique ability to enter Berserk mode amplifies her damage output significantly, but also demands careful management of her health pool. What truly sets Gley apart is her passive skill. Upon defeating an enemy, she creates a life sphere that replenishes the health spent during Berserk mode, allowing skilled players to sustain her aggressive playstyle effectively. Moreover, Gley's ultimate ability transforms her standard firearm into Massacre, a weapon that not only enhances her damage capabilities during frenzied states, but also stuns enemies upon impact. This ultimate move not only synergizes with her Berserk mode, but also provides crowd control utility, making her a versatile choice in both solo encounters and team compositions. Players must strategize around maintaining a delicate balance between maximizing Gley's offensive potential and ensuring her survival, making her a dynamic and challenging character to master in the First Descendant's diverse roster. In the First Descendant, Valby emerges as a formidable character, wielding water-based abilities that wreak havoc over time. Much like Freyna, she creates expansive puddles with each skill, inflicting sustained damage for approximately 10 seconds. What sets Valby apart is her strategic positioning within these puddles, which reduces the energy cost of her spells. This synergy enables a cascade effect where her already agile maneuvers become even more economical, fueling a relentless onslaught against her adversaries. However, Valby faces limitations against bosses due to her indirect approach to combat, favoring prolonged engagements over swift, decisive strikes. Her ultimate ability, however, compensates with remarkable crowd control, conjuring massive bubbles that draw enemies in while dealing significant damage. This combination of utility and area denial makes Valby a pivotal choice in battles requiring tactical finesse and sustained pressure, ensuring she remains a potent force in the First Descendant's dynamic conflicts. Lepic is a versatile DPS character in the First Descendant, excelling at crowd control and damage dealing. His kit revolves around grenades. One pulls enemies together, while the other explodes, making him effective at clearing groups of enemies. Lepic's overclock ability amplifies his skill attack damage and adds a burn effect to his grenades, increasing his damage output significantly. His ultimate ability creates a damage over time AoE zone with an artillery shell, further enhancing his ability to handle multiple enemies at once. Overall, Lepic is a fun and balanced character, standing out as one of the most powerful damage dealers in the game. His ability to deal massive amounts of damage to both single targets and groups, coupled with his versatile skill set, makes him an excellent choice for both PvE and PvP scenarios. While not the absolute best in every situation, Lepic's combination of crowd control, damage, and versatility ensures he remains a top-tier option for players. Freyna, a formidable character in the First Descendant, stands out as a top-tier DPS choice thanks to her unique damage over time abilities. Unlike her counterparts, such as Blair, Freyna's strength lies in her consistent damage output, which scales dynamically as enemies succumb to her poison. Her standout skill, Decomposed poison not only inflicts potent poison effects, but also spreads them virally through poisoned footprints, effectively turning group encounters in her favor. Moreover, Freyna boasts a defensive prowess that elevates her survivability, bolstering her defenses while punishing attackers with Room Zero trauma. Despite her versatility and strategic utility, her reliance on damage over time mechanics limits her effectiveness against single targets, preventing her ascent to the coveted S-tier status. In the First Descendant, Freyna embodies a balanced yet potent archetype, leveraging her poison-centric toolkit to control battlefield dynamics. Her ability to manipulate poison spread among enemies not only ensures sustained pressure, but also aligns strategically with crowd control tactics. However, her specialization in area effects and defensive utility comes at the cost of direct boss damage prowess, a factor that relegates her to the A-tier category. Nevertheless, Freyna remains a solid choice for players seeking a versatile damage dealer, capable of turning the tide in prolonged engagements through meticulous positioning and calculated poison application. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Jayber, Kyle, Bunny, and Yujin. In the First Descendant, Jayber emerges as a standout character renowned for his versatile and strategic abilities. His kit combines offensive and defensive capabilities through the deployment of two types of turrets, one for attacking and another for healing. What sets Jayber apart is his unique synergy mechanic, where he can summon a weapon to enhance both turrets simultaneously, amplifying their effectiveness on the battlefield. This ability not only boosts his turret deployment, but also augments his own attack power significantly when both turrets are active, making him a formidable force across various game modes. Jayber's ultimate ability further enhances his tactical prowess by allowing him to recall his turrets and redeploy them already enhanced. This strategic maneuver enables Jayber to adapt dynamically to changing combat scenarios, ensuring sustained pressure or support as needed. With a straightforward yet powerful skill set, Jayber proves himself invaluable in nearly every facet of gameplay within the First Descendant, excelling particularly in scenarios requiring both offensive output and team sustain. His ability to control the battlefield with precision makes him a top-tier choice for players seeking reliability and adaptability in their team compositions. In the First Descendant, Kyle emerges as a standout character renowned for his exceptional tanking capabilities and versatile combat skills. Unlike Ajax, who struggles in durability, Kyle harnesses the power of magnetic force to absorb damage effectively. His magnetic force functions as an independent shield, replenishing itself over time while bolstering Kyle's own shields. Moreover, Kyle's magnetism spurt skill converts magnetic force into a secondary health pool, ensuring his longevity by absorbing incoming damage before his primary health or shields are affected. This unique mechanic not only enhances his survivability, but also allows him to regenerate health and shields strategically during intense battles. Kyle's tactical prowess extends beyond defense, incorporating offensive maneuvers that contribute significantly to team success. His force field and dash abilities not only provide additional protection, but also regenerate magnetic force, enabling sustained engagement in combat. His ultimate ability, Superconductivity Thrusters, unleashes a devastating assault akin to Titan Thunder Crash, dealing substantial damage that proves invaluable against both hordes of lesser foes and formidable bosses alike. With this potent blend of resilience and firepower, Kyle stands out not just as a formidable tank, but also as a capable damage dealer, making him a pivotal asset in the dynamic world of the First Descendant. In the First Descendant, Bunny emerges as a standout character renowned for her unparalleled speed and electrifying prowess. She boasts exceptional mobility, enhanced further by her abilities and passive traits that not only augment her velocity, but also inflict substantial electrical damage during movement. This synergistic blend not only amplifies her damage output, but also solidifies her role as a formidable force in the game. Bunny's ultimate ability, which unleashes powerful electrical discharges, underscores her effectiveness in swiftly dispatching formidable foes, particularly bosses. Despite her remarkable offensive capabilities, Bunny does face a trade-off in terms of durability, as her agility comes at the cost of reduced resilience. Nonetheless, her ability to swiftly navigate the battlefield, coupled with the ability to inflict area damage upon landing from a double jump, cements her as a versatile and lethal choice for players seeking both speed and potent damage-dealing capabilities in the First Descendant. In the realm of the First Descendant, Yujin stands out as an exceptional support character, revered for his unparalleled utility and strategic depth. With a repertoire that epitomizes the essence of support, Yujin excels in bolstering his allies through a combination of healing prowess and tactical buffs. His ability to not only heal allies and enhance their attack capabilities, but also debuff enemies while granting healing upon ally attacks underscores his pivotal role on the battlefield. Moreover, Yujin's ultimate ability, Hyper-Reactive Healing Ground, serves as a game-changer, providing substantial healing to allies, purging debuffs, and fortifying them against future debilitation. This ultimate further amplifies Yujin's effectiveness by boosting his own offensive and defensive capabilities, making him a formidable force in critical moments of combat. Coupled with his passive skill that expedites teammate rescue and temporarily augments their maximum HP upon revival, Yujin emerges as a cornerstone character whose presence is indispensable in any party composition. As players navigate the challenges within the First Descendant, Yujin's versatility and support expertise ensure his frequent deployment and indispensable contribution to victory. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.